say hello while I plug you in.
Yeah. Okay, I've been asked to say hello while I'm plugged in. So, hello, good morning. I'm very aware that I am the only thing between you and coffee. So the one thing I do promise is that I will finish on time. So now you can all relax. It's really interesting. So I'm Bev Botting. I'm Head of Research and Statistics for the Church of England. Who knew there was such a thing? A quick show of hands, who has heard of the fact that we exist? Yeah, most of you. The trouble is that then what I do in a very optimistic way, because I am a half-full person, is to say, so do you know what we do? And invariably, and I promise I won't ask you now, people say, you're the ones that ask us for all those statistics. Yeah, you see, there's lots of nods. And that actually makes me really sad, because that's not really what we see that we do. Because we're very much there to serve you. I've got to go back after lunch because I'm doing children's work tomorrow morning, and we're doing about Zacchaeus, and I've got all this stuff prepared about how he was a tax collector and he was really hated, and all of a sudden I felt all these kind of quivers because I'm thinking, in many ways I can see some parallels there. But the thing is, the good news is what happened, because Jesus chatted to him and then he was giving back fourfold, and that is what we try very much to do. So we are here not to create work for you, but to support your important work. And we've got a slide, which is great. Thank you very much. Have I got a...
You can stop talking now. Sorry.
Does this work in terms of moving things on? This one? Is this what I do? Or do I just do
the coffee?
Oh, don't wish.
The space bar.
Okay, and that will take me on. Perfect. Okay, so we've got the technology, we've got a short amount of time. I promise it's not going to be a lot of numbers. For me, it is very much about that fourfold stuff of what we can do for you, how we can help you, and more importantly, so that you know we're there and you can tell us what you need. Because we have a lot of skills in my team, but mind reading isn't one of them. And therefore, we need you to tell us what you need in order to do your planning, your mission planning, your outreach. What do you need? So who are we? We have one of, I think, the most amazing teams. These are our researchers. Alan is also here up at the back. The others are all at home having a well-deserved weekend. And these are people that if you've ever been in touch with the team, you may have come across. C1 and C2 are our Charlottes, Charlotte 1 and Charlotte 2. Charlotte 1 was there first. She insisted she was the C1. But we are the people that try to provide for you the information that you need. We work with others in Church House. We have volunteers. We've got somebody who comes in from the diocese one day a week. We've got a mapping team. It's 1.6 people, but they're the people that do all the important mapping. So when you do your parish boundaries and stuff, that's a legal entity. We have to make sure that they're properly drawn up and stamped in wax and stored for posterity. Louise will be forever personified as pregnant. She's on maternity leave at the moment. Her little girl, her second daughter, Phoebe, is now coming up 6 months, so Louise will be rejoining us in the new year. But the most important thing for me to share with you this morning is this, which is the purpose of the Research and Statistics team. So first of all, we're here to support. We're here to support you. We're to support the mission of the church by working to ensure that high quality data, long discussion about what that means, are collected and appropriately used in decision making at local, region and national level. And I deliberately wrote it that way round, because for me, it's first local. You're the people that know your context. I don't. I do sit in an office, a beautiful office, overlooking Westminster Abbey. I do not know what it's like in all of your deaneries. I can provide information at a parish level that tells you that at the 2011 census you had 1,000 people. I can tell you that at the 2011 census, 600 people ticked a box saying Christian at a point when none was the first option and a socially acceptable option. I can tell you that 100 people came to your church at Christmas, which is when we tend to get the highest attendances. We do really well at Christmas, actually. But I don't know where those other 500 people are in your parish. You may know that you have a Roman Catholic church, a Methodist church, a URC, and between you, those 600 people are within community. Or you may, as is more often the case, be the only church in that community. So where are those 500 people? Did you know there were 500 people who ticked a box that said they were Christian when they had the option to tick none? Where are they? And that is how we try to help you, which is why for me the most important thing is to talk and enable you to have the information you have at local level. Because I can't answer those questions. And you may not know that that's the setup, but if we can work together and I can give you the information you need that will give you the patterns, the trends. I mean, Bishop Mark was saying earlier, as mathematicians, we do like numbers, we are a bit geeky really, but actually we're looking for patterns all the time. When everyone was coming into the room last night, I was sitting there thinking, I wonder which will be the last chair filled on each table. That's pretty geeky, I know, but that's the sort of thing we're doing. But if we're looking for patterns, then we can help you understand what's happening locally, not from anecdote because somebody told you something, but actually from evidence. So do we give you what is most useful for you? So let me just run through a few things. You're not expected to be able to read the detail. I just hope that this is something that's kind of familiar to you, that you kind of see that and you go, yeah, I've seen that before. So we do parish dashboards. We now do 2 parish dashboards. We do one on stats for mission and one on return of parish finance. And hopefully you will get these for your parishes. We work with your diocese, and all the dioceses, as we know, all work in very different ways. So some dioceses have said to us, can you just send them out to all the people that send the returns? So we do that. Other dioceses have put them on the website or have said, actually, we have a very good communication process, we'll send them out, send them to us. So we do that. And it means that you can get information about yourselves. When we first did things like this, we got quite a lot of phone calls saying, we've got your parish dashboard, your figures are wrong. Do you know, it's really funny because we don't sit there and make them up. But we have a very good turn of phrase around saying, thank you very much. I used to be a government statistician. And in the days when I was a government statistician, we were really pure about all this stuff and you never change data. And then I came to work for the Church of England. Do continue to trust our data. And then I became a pragmatist. And what I worked out was that people do not take ownership of their data unless they recognise them. And so, all joking apart, we do have a process that churches, parishes can tell us what they consider their correct figures to be. And once a month, the wonderful Simeon in our database manager will update our files so that the data reflect what you understand to be the correct figures. And then we can work together in partnership, because this isn't something we do to you. This is something we can work together on, and we can help you by providing information, hopefully fourfold, to help you interpret the information that comes back. So we give the figures as they come. And where there'll suddenly be a drop down to zero, that's because we haven't had a return. And if you